Home Office Minister, of course. And very good morning to you.
Good morning, and yes, I do like coming on your show.
Very good. Nice to see you. Things are just going completely haywire, out of control here, aren't we? We've got protests up and down the country. The police don't seem to know what they're doing. You know, on the one hand, they're telling us that they're taking part in what appears to be national policy to withhold information about who's committing various alleged offences. According to the Warwickshire Police, it's national policy to not share ethnicity or immigration status. And this is after two men were charged with allegedly raping a 12-year-old girl. The police told the council not to reveal who they were.
Yes, I mean, the police are treading quite a difficult line between trying not to inflame tensions in the community and at the same time giving us the information which we are fully entitled to have. And I understand a brief delay. What I don't understand is a prolonged one. And I think that what we have now is extremely serious. This could boil over at any moment. I think that those who are protesting outside hotels might ask themselves if they could protest instead outside government, in Whitehall, outside ministries, where there wouldn't therefore be any danger to the community. And those who are doing the counter-protests are frankly wasting their time, because until the situation is solved, those protests will continue and are right. And I don't mean they're right when they become in any way violent or when they scare people inside those hotels. Remember, there are staff there as well. It's not just migrants in there, there's staff.
Sure. But of course, like many of the protests that we saw over the weekend, particularly the one we're looking at now down in Canary Wharf, that started as a very peaceful protest. And many people, similarly in Epping, have said the same thing. They then get presented with lots and lots of police turning up, who I understand have to be there to perform, you know, some kind of peacekeeping duty. But by and large, a lot of protests have gone off without any problem at all. And I'm not entirely sure when you see either left-wing protesters or right-wing protesters turning up, whether they're genuine, whether they're just somebody wants to have a sort of a punch-up with the police, whether they want to make a point. You know, there's so many different moving parts to all of this. And surely what you would have to say as a government minister is, what we've got to do is to stop this. We've got to move all these people out of the hotels.
Yes, I mean, that is the crucial and central point in all of this. If migrants were not distributed throughout hotels in various communities up and down the country, these protests would not be happening, because there'd be nothing, at least in that sense, there'd be nothing to protest about. And I have been saying for a long time now that what the government should do is what I would do and what Reform would do, which is to close down the use of hotels for migrants and instead house them in secure camps, and I mean secure camps.
Yes.
And that is what we should be doing. And if they were in secure camps, they wouldn't be able to commit crimes. Now, not all of them do commit crimes, and I'm not suggesting they do, but some of them do, and they wouldn't be able to do that if they were in secure camps.
Exactly. And so would these be camps that are already sort of ready-made, if you like, or would you be building more camps?
You'd have to look at the stock that you've already got. But I remember that when I was trying to increase prison capacity, I looked, for example, at a disused holiday camp. Now, work it out. You've already got the accommodation. All you need is the secure perimeter and the patrolling. So there will be stock around the country which could be used. Nobody will want it in their backyard. Nobody. But that is what you do. But ask yourself this question, Mike. If we were in a situation now of international hostilities, and we had to take prisoners of war, we'd very soon be setting up camps. And, you know, now we've just got to take this seriously and say that all the money being spent on hotels must be rechanneled into secure camps where the community won't feel under any threat. I mean, that is the crucial thing in all of this. People are feeling threatened, and they think their children are in danger.
Because that's the thing, their children are in danger, because as you say, you don't have to pretend that everybody who's in that hotel is a potential criminal, but technically they are, and in many cases crimes have been committed, charges have been laid, you know, and it is happening in various different parts of the country. And so I think your solution is a great one, and one that's the first one I've really heard, which actually I think would satisfy the public.
Well, it would satisfy the public because it would deal with the problem. Nobody's dealing with the problem at the moment. I mean, and those problems vary from low-level problems to very, very serious stuff such as rape. It wouldn't be happening if we had them in secure camps. I've been saying this since 1999. It's not something new I've come up with. 1999, house all new asylum applicants in secure reception centres. Tell them you're going to refuse their claims if they've come over from a safe country, and deal with it as quickly as you can, which is not in 48 hours, but you can deal with it fairly quickly. That is what we have to do. If we don't do that, the message is still going out there, Mike. You come to Britain and you're very unlikely to be removed.
I know.
Because where you think you're going to be refused, you disappear into the underground economy. As your previous interviewee said, we don't practice detention anyway, but as he said, we don't even have national identity cards. We have no means of tracking people. And this has gone on for decades.
Yeah. It is extraordinary, isn't it? We'll have to keep talking about it, Anne, but we've run out of time just now. Thank you very much indeed. Anne Widdecombe, former Home Office Minister, with what appears to be a pretty good solution, certainly reform solution. Build camps for these people, move them out of the hotels, problem solved.